Hello peeps, today I'm going to show you a sober version of ABOK 1390. The original has been shown by Eric Leverman and it has rows. In this case we have to turn it around to see that it's rows between the bytes sides. It's row-coded or row-coded, I don't know how to pronounce it properly. Oops, there's a bit of commotion in the back. I hope you don't mind. So it has rows of over 2 and under 1, and then over 2 again and under 1. What came into mind when I saw this first was that for me it's the smallest version of a Beverly knot. The Beverly knot has 2 rows of over 2, under 2 beside each other, and then under 1, over 1, under 1. But today I'm going to show you this one in a sober version, so that the long one does not go up from left to upright, but goes the other direction. And I've taken the run list from Advanced Gridmaker because these row-coded knots have a very complex, probably, and different way of building themselves or tying themselves or coding, whatever you want to call it. I'm still baffled by them. So this is not my usual type of work where I can explain something what I'm doing, and I'm just doing it for the sake of someone who has asked me if I could do this, and I've written down the run list here, and what we can see that every time we go down or left, we cross the standing part. That means each time when we add 2, then we're crossing the standing part. So here we have 1 crossing in each half cycle, and next one complete cycle we have 3 crossings. That means we go over the standing part. That is the case with what I call type 2 knots, which are ruled by the enlargement process 2 largely. But this is something completely different, but they also go over the standing part all the time. So let's start. So I hope I stay in the picture. I'm watching myself through the small screen. So we need a bit of tail because, as I said, we are always crossing the standing part. So don't keep it too short. So we are going under, so we had 1 free run to the right, and then we go under, and the next one goes over, and then, as I said, now we had 1 cross in each half cycle. Now we have 3, which means we cross over the standing part to the other side, and we're doing under, over, under. So under, over, and under this one. Let me just put it there, and then I will order my whole stuff. So this is the standing part, and we're going under. So I try to keep it all apart a bit, keep it nice. So, because what I also wanted to say is, someone mentioned that it's tricky to tighten. It's tricky if you start with pins and have a really large mandrel, but if you're going towards the size that it might end up, then it's not so tricky to tie it or to tighten it. So we went under, over, under to the left side of the standing part, and now we're doing the same. Next one is the same. Under, over, I'm going to turn it round, over, under. This might be a bit uncomfortable to watch, but I cannot do it in any other way. You have to see where you're going and what you're doing. This is a small mandrel and a small knot. So we went under, over, under. The next one, again, we had 3 crossings now in this cycle, and the next one has 5 crossings, so we're going to the left of the standing part again. We're starting with under, under, turning it around a bit, so under, then over, then under 2, so let's see, we went in under, over, under 2, and now we're going over the standing part. That's the one. The next one is over 2, under, over 2, over 2. Let me pull this down a bit. So over 2, under, over 2. Let's go around, see what we're doing. Over 2, and then the same thing. We had 5 crossings, now next one will be 7, which means we add 2 and go over the standing part again. So come out here, over 2. It's a bit loose here. We go over, and then we go under 3. We put it like this, so we go over this one, which is already an underlying, not locked in bight. Makes it a bit uncomfortable. You always think, what am I doing here? Over, under 3, over and under 2, which means we're going over, under 2, again, under the standing part, and to the other side. This one is a bit uncomfortable loose, but I hope we will where did this come from? This is the one we just did, I think. Let's pull it down a bit. What did I say? We go under the standing part. You can of course use a rubber band. I'm not a fan of this because it would always be in the way just the minute when you have to go to the other side. So the next one is over, under, over 3, over, under, over, under, over 3, and then over, under, over 3, under, and out, over. So as you can see, it does not look disorderly at all. It already looks kind of nice. Down again, we add 2 more. We had 7 crossings and now we're gonna add 2, which means we have 9 crossings. So we start off with, where are we? We have to go in between these here. So we go under 2, over, under, over, over, under. This looks a bit funny with this overlying, long overlying thing here, but we just do, this is the way with the row coded, they are building quite different from the column coding. So what did we have? Under 2, over, under, over. See to it that you stay in your right lane. Over, under 2, over, under 2, and over, under. Over, under means we're again, this is over and under. See where we needed the tail, what we needed the tail for now. So this is the last cycle. Up we go under, and then over 2, over 2, under, under, over, under, under, over 2, under, over, under, over 2, under. And now that what I feared has happened, my cord is too short as always, and we have to make the last half cycle.